And hello to all my Scorpio friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for December 2021. Now today they've dialed up for you a four-corner spread. It is a spread that looks at the four main areas that people usually ask about in tarot, which is your love corner, always a big one. We have the health corner, we have your work corner, and your financial corner. We're going to take a look at all of them. They've asked that I conclude your reading with an animal totem spread. We're going to be looking at two animal totems. That's what they've directed me to do. It's basically going to look at one animal into the next and the transition between the two. So it's always a fascinating spread to do there. So we're going to get right into it, Scorpio. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time. So go ahead and hit the like button, build up the energy in here, and I'm going to bring you in so you can watch. I think we're rolling. Yes, we are. What I'm doing now are my ritual cuts. Basically cuts the deck into three different pieces, puts it back together in a separate order. And that satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Do that with both decks here. And then we're ready to go. So Scorpio, four corners, December. Here's work up here. On view there, I think. Over here is going to be love. That's also all set. Down here is going to be financial. And then over here is health. A couple of big themes there, but not big enough for angel oracle cards. I usually don't use that much in a four-corner spread unless they really need me to. Let me check the inverts here. We got a couple blockages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough to matter. So it's good to run just the way it is, Scorpio. We're going to get right into it. So we have time for animal totem. Let's go to work. Okay. Where to start? Let's start with health. I like to read work and finances side by side together because usually for most people they're very closely intertwined. That's usually how you make money, is through work. But anyway, let's start with your health. Health, they show getting busier, so it's a really good time to start doing things actively that will improve your health. So whether this is, for most of you, this would be physical, but it doesn't have to be. This could be like workout stuff, that would be physical, but, mental stuff, being very sharp in your mind, that's very good for your health too. That could be like reading, learning something new. All that stuff comes up. But anyway, December, very, very good time. They show busyness, they show activeness, so not really a time to rest with your health. Like it's time to do stuff, get moving around. So whether it's cardio or what it is for you specifically, you usually know what's best. Over here they show the Empress card, which is fertility. It's the divine feminine, kind of softer energy here, but at the same time very strong with the female, like the birth vibe. So you can actually like birth new health here, birth new patterns, new health, new habits, new ways of thinking, ways of going about your health in general. So a lot of good stuff presents itself there. As we move into the next card, it's the Queen of Cups inverted. In this case, they're saying they really want you to nurture your love corner. Now, your love corner, I haven't read it yet, but what's coming up in health is that it is getting a little bit of an influx here from your love corner. They're basically your love corner and your health corner are kind of like merging together a little bit more than they'd like. They don't want your love corner to affect your health, especially physical health and spiritual health, both very important things. So just make sure you keep it separate. Don't deal with anything in your love corner that is going to actually like make you sick or, hurt your body or hurt your heart or whatever it is there. Just really nurture your heart, nurture your emotional health. That's a big part of this. It's a very big emotional attachment. So make sure your emotional health is very much in check in the month of December. That's what they come up with. It's really a split message. You almost see like part 1, 2, and 3. I don't think it's meant to be read together. It's almost like all different intervals, almost like a storyline spread. Interesting how they did that. So as we move into your love, I'm going to do love next so I can wrap up with your work and finance together. For love, they show good social health, but there's an aspect of something here that's a little bit boring to you or that you're just not satisfied with. Maybe a little bit of discontent of some form. But let me go back to the first card. The Three of Cups is a good social card. Sometimes it can be drinking, going out, socializing with your friends, family, loved ones. All that stuff comes up. Usually in other decks, this is like 3, a group of 3. In this deck, it's 2. So this is you spending a lot of time with one person. That's really what they show in your love corner. Could be your partner if you're in a relationship. It could also be somebody else. If you're single, this could be you spending a lot of time with a close friend of yours or with somebody new that you just met or something like that. At any rate, there's not much to say about it. It's not bad. It's just a reminder to keep your social health balanced. So if it was imbalanced, they'd show me this upside down, but that would be like heavy drinking or something like that. Going out too much, spending too much money out, with the social health. They don't show that. So I pay a lot of attention to what they don't show, just like I do to what they do show. So what they show there is social health. Coming in very good in December. Good time to take advantage of that. Back to the discontent part. We have emotions again here coming up here with that discontent. So for some of you, really make sure that you are prioritizing what matters the most to you in your love corner. What are you going to do about the things you don't like so you can fix it, so you can change it? Because obviously there's something there that you'd like a little bit better, something that you'd like improvement on there, because they show some of you are discontent. Also, the word boredom comes up here. So this would probably be more for my people who have been together longer term relationships. Maybe a good time to get out of this boredom phase. Find new ways to make things interesting. Go to new places, explore things together, go on new dates, new places, new environments, check out a restaurant you've never been to before, or, take a weekend trip, go get away somewhere. December, good time to do that. We want to get you out of this discontent and boredom by any means necessary, really. So it doesn't matter where you are in the Scorpio spectrum. They want you to not be bored. They want you to find something to get interested here in more than just your social health. So that's what they show there. Let's get into work. Work shows, first of all, very successful. It comes in and it checks in pretty good. Also a good opportunity to, if you're trying to do anything with work, a lot of good things can be attained right now. This is a successful card, and it feels good too when you attain this. It's a very, very good communal card, especially with work, because you're working for somebody else or for a company or something like that, so you're able to really give back. They want you to make sure that you care about what you do. Over here we have the kind of the don't give a shit vibe here, or blocked. What it would be is if you took pride in what you did. It's coming in blocked or inverted. So they're saying they want you to take pride in what you do. They don't want you to not care. So make sure that you're doing what you love and what you care about. If you already are perfect, the message is not for you. This is for everybody else. And they really want you to do what you care about. That's the resonating factor here. It's huge. If it's something you don't care about, it's just not going to work for you, Scorpio. Your heart has to be in it, and really they're telling me your body too. So for some of you, make sure your physical limitations are not being impeded by your work corner. Make sure that you can do the physical job that you're applying for, or something like that. Think about the toll it'll take on your body and your sleep and stuff like that. That's really what comes up for work. So coming in very good. They just want to make sure that you do what you care about, and that you get that squared away. As we move into your financial corner, some of you are coming out of a phase of loss of some form, deceit, or perhaps theft. Generally, it's just loss in general. So it could just be a big chunk of money that you had to spend on something, or you've just spent a big chunk of money, or perhaps depleted your savings a little bit or something like that. You're coming out of it, so you're moving into more of an upswing here in December for Scorpio. They show there's a work message coming in very early in the month. So this kind of goes back to up here. There's going to be opportunities, extreme opportunities. If you're trying to do something new with work, you're trying to improve your work or pick up extra work for the holidays or side gigs and whatever like that, beginning of the month is a really good time to bring that in. We're going to talk about the moon cycles right after this, and that's going to correlate perfect into this right before we get into the animal totems. But you'll see how this all lines up, because this is coming in early in December. This is super close, guys. This is right here. This is not end of the month stuff. This is not January. This is coming in quick here. So we have a work correspondence. And even if you're in a job that you like and things are going good at work, there's a relatively important work message coming in December. So it doesn't matter kind of where you are with this. There's a correspondence coming in for work that affects your finances early in the month. Right behind that, I have the best card in the deck. We have the Sun card thankfully, all good things there. So like I said, you're on that upswing. You're moving into this golden energy, into your financial corner. It is wonderful to see. Everything exists in potential with the Sun card. Anything can happen. Anything can be good. I don't have any hangups. The only hangups they show is what you're getting over and what you're overcoming here with the theft, loss, or deceit, or whatever that huge spending was, or wherever that was before. Now, once you're over it, once you're out of it, hopefully you are. But for some of you, they're reminding me to tell you that you're not completely out of the woods yet. Just keep going, keep getting there. You're gonna get there. You're gonna end up at the Sun card here. It's just a matter of when. And all the things you do between now and then help push when this timeline comes. So will the Sun come in December? Will it come early in December? Will it come later in December, or even into the new year in January? That all depends on you and the way that you take it. And the decision and the free will that you implement, and basically your day-to-day choices make a huge, significant difference there. Let's talk about your moon cycles. I like to give you guys the moon cycle forecast every single month so you know what's coming, and you can take advantage of these things. We have the new moon on the 4th, December 4th. That's when you want to bring something new into your life. Okay. Just like we talked about here, this new opportunity, this new correspondence financially coming in early. Good month, good time to do anything toward the beginning of your month. You're trying to bring it in new. Even if it's not work, let's say it's love. Let's say it's something new with health. Beginning of the month is a much better time to do it. The middle of the month, not so much. That's the full moon. We'll get to that in a second. But also the end of the month, guys. You go back to the new moon energy so that the very beginning of the month and the very end of the month is new moon. Now, the full moon comes on the 18th of December. That is the garbage truck of the universe. That's when you want to get something out of your life that doesn't fit. You just want to get rid of it. So depending on what's going on in your health corner, what you're getting busy with, you might be adding something new. You might also be getting rid of something. So if this is like a habit, for example, good time to get rid of a habit would be right around the 18th. You can kind of plan for it and use that window of opportunity to kind of push it through. Whereas if you tried to, get rid of something at the beginning of the month or the end of the month, it could be done. It would just take a lot more of your willpower to do so. Working with the moon energies help things flow much easier. So there's your moon cycles there. Let's get into, it's time to do the animal totem. Let's do it. One into the next. All right, so let's see what these are. I have a big chart here, big sheet. I got a whole bunch of them. They always give me, challenging ones. I'm sure that's what we got here. Oh, this is interesting. This is one I've done before. We have a rhino. That's the first one. First one will be a rhino. Did I read that right? Yes. And rhino is going to be going into porcupine. Rhino into porcupine. Very, very interesting. Let's see what that's all about. All right, so rhino, first of all, they're both very defensive animals. The rhino has his protection with his horn there, and the porcupine has a bunch more protection, but a very different form. So you're going from, first of all, a bigger protective animal into a smaller one. So the defense mechanism, the rhino, he has to be facing his problems head on. The porcupine, he's kind of protected from all angles, from all different views. There's really no way to kind of get him except from the belly side, and he's protected under there. That's facing the ground. So predators can't really get to that, get to the porcupine in that way. So in that same way, you may have been facing your problems head on, and that's fine. There's no problem with that. But what they're telling you to do here is that you don't have to do that so much now. You don't have to face it like you used to. You can kind of free roam a little bit, where the rhino has to check its back, at all times, make sure nothing's sneaking up on it. The horn side is the strong side and the back side is the weak side. So you don't have to do that. You can kind of you have more mobility, you have more freedom to be able to just roam and not be so worried about things sneaking up on you. So this is metaphor for anything sneaking up on you, whether it's bills, taxes for some of you, employment, or getting into trouble with certain things. You can kind of just, I don't want to go over the top with it, but that's the main thing between these two animals is, the way that they protect themselves and also the size. So it's okay to take up less space too with the size. You don't have to be large and in charge in the month of December. You can kind of take a more backseat approach to things. You can kind of let things play out and not partake in the action directly. That's what a porcupine is doing. He's not the center of attention. He's just going through his life doing what he wants to do, foraging for food, all that kind of stuff. Where, the rhino has to be big, visible, in plain sight, and facing his problems. So that's the main transition between the two that we want to get into there. Before I conclude, I do got to tell you guys about the newsletter program. I just got done doing the biggest giveaway I've ever done. Everybody signed up for the newsletter got a free reading. I do that once in a while, so you want to make sure you're signed up for the newsletter. It's at the very bottom of my website, scottsagent.com. You scroll down to the bottom, you enter your email address, your first name, your last initial, you send that off, and you're part of the email club, the newsletter club. And I only send one newsletter every month. It's just for updates, promo codes, save you guys money on readings. This is a general reading. If you're looking for messages that are private, personal, and specific just to you, I do offer private readings on the website also, scottsagent.com, in a wide variety of services, starting from very, very simple and very, small amount of money to all the way to up to full service. So it's a wide variety of different services. And the best part is that they are all personalized to you. None of it is the bubble energy that we're sharing here for Scorpio. So definitely sign up for the newsletter program. Also on Facebook, make sure you follow the Facebook page. I give away stuff on there every month too. So lots of free things, lots of discounts, everywhere. I put everything in the description for you to make it easy if you're trying to link up into any of this stuff. And that is going to be our entire reading. We've been through the four corners. We've also been through the animal totems with a fun one there for you guys. I hope these messages make sense to you and you can use them to implement positive change, because that's really what it's all about. And I'm going to see you guys in January. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season with your family and loved ones. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.